My name is Mia Honaker, and I am the Administrative Assistant to the Vice President for Inclusive Excellence at Wright State University. So I was born just right outside of Osan Air Force Base in Seoul, South Korea. I lived there until I was about 2 years old, and then my dad was stationed at Wright State Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, so we moved to the States, to Ohio. So in this area, a lot of my friends that I grew up with on base that were Korean in this area were that way. Our fathers were American in the military and our mothers were Korean. And when I know in Korea, my mother said a lot of the women around the base married the military gentlemen there, and then ended up moving to the States and having kids. So, but around the Korean folks I grew up with are all military kids. So I had a pretty good group of friends that were very accepting and just loved culture and loved my mom, because my mom always took care of them like her own. She would feed them as soon as they stepped in the house and all that. Neighborhood kids that weren't friends didn't accept as much. So we had the slanted eye teasing as you're growing up, and the one saying that I absolutely hated, because my name is Mia, so they would be Mia Pia from Korea, and they would just chant that. While it's not a bad thing, but at 8 or 9, yeah, it just made me stand out, and I just didn't like it at all. And then we'd get made fun for the food we eat. So, such as one of our favorite snacks that my mom loved is the dried squid. So she would give my sister and I dried squid during the day while we're playing, and we'd go outside with it. But as soon as the neighborhood kids would come by, we would hide it, because first thing they would do is make fun of the food. And you get the typical, oh, that smells, how can you eat squid? And to us, that was just normal food and one of our favorite snacks. So it just made me feel like not proud to be who I am and my culture. So that was one thing of just from my young childhood as I got into teen years that I just, I'm not going to embrace this. It just brought up some of the trauma from being picked on and being made fun from the neighborhood kids, that I just didn't want to embrace it until I got older, and then I learned to appreciate. And especially as I went to Wright State. So I started at Wright State 2005, and I worked in the Asian and Hispanic and Native American Center then, and I really had the opportunity to be in a place that welcomes my culture and who I am, and it was a place that I could be safe to be who I am and share. And now I'm really enjoying sharing that culture with others, mentoring students, advocating for students to give them that same space that I had when I came here. So.